friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new, my name is Dee. I am a Saint Beauty artist, a DIY lash enthusiast, and a lover of all things beauty. So today's video is going to be kind of a comparison. I started this series, if you will, because I was on the lookout for a really good tubing mascara. So the first tubing mascara that I ever tried was from Thrive Causemetics. And I could have swore that they used to be carried in Ulta, and I was so excited when they were, because I was like, okay, finally I can get my hands on them in real time and not have to order through a website and wait for the shipping and all that stuff. And they're not sold there anymore. And maybe I'm just dreaming it, but I could have swore that they were sold there. So I really like Thrive Causemetics Tubing Mascara. I feel like it does a really, really good job. I feel like it stays all day. It doesn't flake. But it is expensive. It's $24, I think $25, and you do have to purchase it through the website. So you can't just go to the store when you're out and get it. You have to remember to purchase it. You have to go through the shipping and all that stuff. So, and I don't know about you guys, but it seems like recently shipping has taken longer than normal. And I know it's just kind of the holiday season, but I just feel like maybe there's like supply chain things or shortages as far as people, but I just feel like the shipping times have increased over the past couple months. So what I wanted to do was compare the Thrive Causemetics to the new Milani, I don't even know what the heck this is called, highly rated extensions. So this says it's 93%, had instantly lifted longer looking lashes. It's lash extending tubing technology, 93%, oh, that's in French or something. It says it has up to 16-hour wear. It retails for $13.99 in Ulta. And yeah, it says it's flake free. It's supposed to be clump proof, smudge proof, effortlessly removes with just warm water. The first caveat, or the first thing I want to say is, do not judge the mascara necessarily by my crappy lashes. I have crappy lashes. I have very short, very sparse lashes. I do wear DIY lashes a lot because of that. And it's not because of the DIY lashes that I have that. I just always have. And not only that, they are translucent. You can barely see them. So I don't want you to necessarily judge the mascara by my crappy lashes. To me, this is, you know, can they make them look better? Is it smudge proof? Is it easy to apply? That sort of thing. That's kind of what I'm judging the mascara on. The second thing is, what I'm gonna do today is do one eye with the Milani. I'll do this side, and then I'll do the Thrive Causemetics on this side, and then I'll switch. And the reason for that is this size lashes are much prettier than the side. They curl up more, they're longer, they're less sparse. Mascara just naturally looks better on this eye, so I don't want to do a false impression where I'm putting on this eye and then the Thrive Causemetics and it just visually look better, because this eye is visually better, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to be switching over next tomorrow, and then what I will do is I will wear it the rest of the week, and then I will come back at the end of the video and kind of give you my final thoughts after I've tried to play with it, because the first time you use something is not necessarily, you know, each lash or mascara might have a different technique. So I'll try a couple different things and then come back at the end of the video and tell you guys what my final thoughts are. So let's go ahead and get into it. I just woke up not too long ago, so I feel like I'm still dreaming. It's just one of those days where like, I just rest my eyes like this and it feels so good. I don't know if you've ever had those days, but that is it's the first day back to work. And as you can tell, I'm like slowly dragging myself because I really don't want to go back to work. I mean, I don't mind going back to work, but I just poked myself in the eyeball. Well, that's good. So we can see, if I let that dry, how easily it comes off my skin. Okay, it's not really building up. So it could just be because of the formulation. You have to let it kind of dry in between coats to build up. So I do like to have my lashes be thick, bold. I like them long, thick, bold, black, tarantula looking. I mean, not so much tarantulas, but I mean, I want it to be super bold. This is a little bit too spidery for me, as far as like a little bit too lengthening. So I'm gonna allow that to dry for a second. I'm gonna go in with the Thrive one. Okay, I'll be honest with you, even the Thrive one looks pretty crappy. I'm gonna go back in here. Let me clean it up real quick because I feel like I got it all over the place. Okay, so it came right off. So that's good. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry because I'm afraid that I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. Like I got it on my skin, but it does, once it dries down, it does come off the skin very, very easily. Honestly and truly, it's not horrible. I feel like it's a little bit clumpy, but I feel like technique, like maybe I'll let it dry too long. So I think once I play with it, kind of figure out what the best technique is, I might be able to achieve the look. But you can see here, I mean, it's pretty good. And I felt like once I let it dry and then I went in, it really volumized quickly and I didn't have to use that much product to kind of build up my lashes. So first impressions, not hating it. If I could say today which one I would recommend, I would recommend the Milani just because it's half the price. Or it's not half the price, it's $10 less, or $11 less. To me, that's a big deal. And plus you can get your hands on it. So to me, I look for something that can lengthen, but also volumize, something that doesn't get clumpy, something that doesn't flake, something that's easy to get off my skin if I get it on my skin, because I'm always getting it on my skin. And then also something that I can affordable, but something I can easily get my hands on. I suck at planning. I'm trying to be organized, but the reality is there's some times where I don't realize that I'm out of mascara until I'm out of mascara. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to run by the store and get mascara. It is a heck of a lot easier to just run by an Ulta or CVS or Walmart or Target or whatever and pick up my mascara than to remember to go ahead and order my Thrive Causemetics. That's just me. Maybe you are much more organized and girl, get it. But for me, it's a little bit more of a train wreck over here. So I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, I will play with it the rest of the week and then come back and let you guys know. Hey friends. Stay tuned. So I am going to close out this video of the Milani mascara. So I have been using it for the last couple days and kind of playing with it and figuring out what the best method is. I also kind of compared it to the Tarte Tubing Mascara. So I did a video of the Tarte versus the Thrive, and honestly and truly, they were very, very similar. But I do prefer the Tarte a little bit more just because it's easier to get my hands on. I think it's $1 less than the Thrive, but I did the Tarte on this eye, I did the Milani on this eye, and there's not a significant difference as far as what they look like. But the reason for that is with the Milani, what I find is, and I think what the issue is the formulation is too wet. And because of that, it does, I don't want to say it clumps up, but it does kind of keep my lashes. It does, I guess clump is the best word for it, but because it is so wet, it kind of, I don't know, clumps is the only word I could think about it. But when I was looking at the mascara wand between the Thrive and the Milani, it's actually not that different. They're very, very similar. But the Milani one, the bristles, I think, are a little bit too put together, like they're too close to each other, where the Thrive one or the Tarte one is a little bit more spaced out. So what I did today was I went ahead and did the Milani, but then I would take the Tarte mascara, do this side, and then once I didn't have a lot of product on, I would go through and put it through the Milani one. And what it did was it helped separate those lashes. So it was kind of glooping up. My eyelashes were kind of glooping up with the Milani. And then for whatever reason with the Tarte wand, I was able to separate them. So I did get it to where it looks a little bit similar, but it did take some work. So even though the Tarte Tubing Mascara and the Thrive Tubing Mascara takes a little bit more work to build up my lashes, I feel like it's less work than the Milani one, because the problem I was having with the Milani one is they were just kind of clumping together. And so I had to take my spoolie and separate them. And to me, it's just kind of scary because after a point I kept going. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're like, I just had one big lash or a couple big lashes and not like the separated look. So for me, I just think that the formulation is just a little bit too wet. Now it could change as it kind of gets older. I do find that sometimes with mascaras, like the more that I open it and the older the mascara gets, the easier, the better it gets. Like the Sky High, Maybelline Sky High mascara is that way for me. I felt like when it was first new, it was too wet of a formula, and then as it aged, it got a little bit drier, and then I absolutely loved it. So this might be the same thing, but that kind of sucks. Like, I don't want a mascara that's like that. I want a mascara that's great right out the door. One thing that I will have to say is it does say on the package that it's easy to take off, that all you need is water. I can attest that that is true. I have a microfiber towel that I use, and I just basically put water on it, and then I kind of let it sit and let the water break down the bond of the mascara, and then I would take it away, and then it would crumble up a little bit. So it definitely is a tubing mascara. It is easy to get off, and I would say it's easier to get off than the Tarte tubing mascara or the Thrive tubing mascara. I feel like the Milani was definitely a little bit easier to get off, but as far as recommending it, I can't. Even though it's only $13.99, I feel like the Tarte mascara, tubing mascara, even though it's double the price or $10 more, is safer, less frustrating. You get the look, you know, even though it takes a little bit longer for you to get the look, you get the look that you want, and you're not having to go in and fix it or freak out going, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to fix that. I'm gonna have to redo my makeup. So to me, it's just not worth it. Disappointing, but it is what it is. That is my review. Please leave your comments below. If you've tried this mascara, you agree, you disagree, you have more questions, leave those down below. I will try to help out as best I can. I do have one more tubing mascara, a drugstore mascara, Maybelline tubing mascara, I don't remember what it's called, that I'm gonna be comparing. So if you are in the market for a tubing mascara, definitely stay tuned. And I will let you know which one is the best in my opinion. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, bye.